Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a coffee taste test with Folgers K-Cups. I didn't realize Folgers made so many K-Cups, and I wasn't very familiar with this 1850 blend. I'll be brewing them both in a Case Supreme and a Case Supreme Plus Keurig machine. So right from the get-go, all K-Cups contain 2 tablespoons of coffee, and they're all encased in like a paper filter. So we've got the Folgers Classic Roast, we've got the 1850 Trailblazer, the Folgers Black Silk, the 1850 Black Gold, and the Folgers Pioneer Blend. This is kind of their medium roast. This is kind of the lightest roast. This is a medium roast. This is a medium to dark, and both of these are dark roasts. So I've cut open the K-Cups before I brewed them. Again, that's got the lightest coffee grounds, followed by the Trailblazer, Black Silk. All of these have individual different smells. They're hard to explain, but they all smell really good, but they do have their individual smell. And then at the end, I also cut open the K-Cups after I brewed them, and this is what they look like. Nothing real too different. The darks are really dark, and the smells are all about the same. Okay, so let's start off with the Folgers Classic Roast and the Trailblazer. All of these K-Cups get really high reviews. They sell a lot of these K-Cups. I'm going to brew them all on the 8-ounce setting. And I'm not going to do a bold brew or a strong brew. I'm just going to do a standard brew. Now, I'm not a coffee expert by no means. I'm not a taste test expert by no means. I even have a hard time drinking coffee when it's straight black. So I've been testing these this afternoon by drinking them black, and then I've also added my cream and sugar. I've made some notes. So I've been working on this for about an hour. Again, I try to come across with my coffee taste test. It's just kind of a basic coffee taste test of what I think. I'm new to coffee and kind of what I think about the coffees and how they taste. Okay, so we're gonna set those over here. These are really hot to drink. These are really hot to drink right now. Keurig makes some really hot coffees. Next, we're gonna do Black Silk and Black Gold. So when I started drinking coffee 3 years ago, I started with Folgers Classic Roast just because that's what my dad's always drank. And that's kind of all, I just thought I would start there since that's what he drank. And he drinks it black. He did used to, back in the 70s, had to add sugar and creamer, but then pretty much like everybody, they get away from all of that and they can just drink it straight. I'm not to that point yet. I think I will eventually get to that point, but coffee is still pretty bitter to me, so I've got to add some sugar and creamer to it. And then the one thing that amazed me was, so these other Folgers I was on the Walmart website and how many reviews these different ones get. I was actually blown away by the quantity of reviews they get. Okay, so I've got those 2 out. Let's brew our last one, the Pioneer Blend, 8-ounce. So with my taste test today, I'm going to use the Folgers Classic Roast as kind of the standard. That's kind of what I base my other taste test off of, is kind of where they are compared to that. Just because it seems to be so readily available and such a classic roast. I asked my dad the other day, has Folgers taste changed any over the years? He's been drinking it 60s, 70s, and he says no. It hasn't changed its taste at all. The way you brew has. The old percolators he didn't like the coffee they made, but when Mr. Coffee and Bun came out with drip coffee makers, then that's when they really improved the flavor of coffee. Okay, so here we have the Classic Roast. I've been drinking this, like I said, for 3 years now. I kind of know what it tastes like. To me, I use the terms kind of like it's standard coffee. If you're new to coffee, it's not a lot of flavors here or there, and it just tastes kind of standard. The Trailblazer. So I like to look at the label, rich and caramelized. So I might have tasted a little bit sweeter. To me, it was uninspiring, if that makes any sense at all. It wasn't much better than the Classic Roast, and it just didn't leave me wanting more. It felt kind of flat as a coffee. Okay, now we're on to Black Silk. This says it's a bold and smooth flavors. It's a dark roast. Now, to me, this one starts to approach like a French roast. Kind of really dark. The flavor is in the darkness. It's not really in the coffee taste per se, you know, but it's kind of but it also left me kind of uninspired, not wanting more. It seemed, I'm not a big fan of dark coffee yet, but this one just didn't appeal to me. This was probably my least favorite one. Now let's go on to the Black Gold. I was very surprised by this, but that might be because it's chocolatey. But it's bold, dark, and chocolatey. It's a dark roast. So my expectations were I'm not going to like it because it's a dark roast. And dark roast I typically don't like. But this one, this was the best one. I liked it better than the classic roast. Now, I don't like a ton of flavor in my coffees. You know, they make vanillas and all kinds of different ones. I haven't got to that point yet, except for the Cinnabon coffee. That Cinnabon coffee it tastes just like a cinnamon roll. But anyway, so this 1850, the Black Gold, I was actually kind of inspired a little bit. Like I wanted more. It just had a good flavor, even though it was a dark roast. I just really liked the flavor. And maybe that's because the chocolatey was not overpowering, and I didn't feel like it tasted sweet, but it just tasted good. I might be switching to this type of drink. Now let's get on to the Pioneer Blend. This is probably the lightest roast. It says it's balanced and nutty. Again, I just didn't taste. It tasted weak to me. Now, maybe I'm getting more accustomed to darker coffee or something, but to me, it just didn't leave me wanting more. Between the Black Silk and that one, they were probably, in my opinion, I won't ever drink those. Those just did not taste very good to me. Again, my palate may be more geared towards a sweet drink, but this Folgers, this Black Gold tasted really good. The classic roast, like I said, I consider that like the standard, and this one might have been just a hair below it. This one was probably 2 levels below it. This one was probably a level above it in taste for me, and this one was probably 2 levels below it. I hope this video helps. I don't want to send anybody down a different path. Again, I'm not an expert coffee taster. I'm just trying to help. Kind of coming at this from a beginner stance. Coffee was very intimidating to me when I first started drinking, and my videos are intended to help people. There might be people that are in the same boat I was, and I just want to try and help people. The nice thing about K-Cups is it is easy to try different flavors, especially when you can find the smaller packs, the 10 packs. They're not as expensive. These usually, the 24 packs run about $12. So you better like it if you buy it, because you're going to be stuck with 24 pods. Check out my other videos where I do other taste tests. I taste tested the #1 Amazon selling coffee. They had about 4 or 5 different flavors. I taste tested them. I'm going to be doing the top 5 best selling at Walmart. I'm also going to be doing Walmart's Great Value. So Great Value has several different K-Cups they sell. This is for a coffee maker, but they have donut shop and they've got all kinds of different French roast and that. I'm going to be doing a detailed or a taste test with all the different Walmart K-Cups. I did do a taste test with all the Starbucks K-Cups. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave a link in it below. Also, I just recently became an Amazon affiliate. I'll leave a link to these K-Cups for Amazon. If you click on it and buy it from Amazon, I do get a little bit from that, and that'll help defer the cost of my reviews in the future. I do buy some of my products off of Amazon, and that'll help with that. I appreciate your support. So with that being said, I'm probably going to start drinking this Folgers 1850, the Black Gold. I was on classic roast for a long time. I've recently switched to this donut shop. Anybody that's new to coffee, this is a very good coffee. It's basic. It's not a lot of flavors here or there, but you do get a really good coffee flavor from it. So, but I do like this 1850, and I'm definitely going to start using it some more. Appreciate everybody's support. Everybody's been very supportive on my YouTube channel. And again, thanks everybody for watching. If you could, like and subscribe. I do lots of videos on different Keurig machines, how to clean them, how to make cake, how to make coffees. Thanks everybody again.